Hey guys, Matt in Japan, coming at you with a little bit of an older figure today from Titan's Return. This is Quake with Titan Master Chasm. I recently picked this up off of Amazon, and he's a figure I've always wanted to get, and kind of didn't really know a lot about him. Realized he is a repaint of Hardhead, but also it's a throwback to the G1 figure, the Target Master G1 Quake, which we'll be bringing out here in a few minutes. So yeah, sorry, it's a little bit dark. I'm filming this at night here, but again, he is sort of a dark figure. So just getting in a little bit on the detail. I kind of have him in this pose here, so put him in a more neutral pose here, so you guys can see. Straighten his feet out. Yeah. So, anyways, this is Titan's Return, Decepticon Quake, and his Titan Master is Chasm. So yeah, this is straight up repaint of Titan's Return Hardhead, except for the head sculpt is different, and obviously the paint apps are different. So I'm not going to go into too much detail here. If you know Titan's Return Hardhead, then you know this guy. There are some differences. Let me bring in Hardhead here. Again, I have him in a battling pose here, so let me get him in a more neutral position. For some reason, when I got my Titan's Return Hardhead here, he didn't come with his gun. I don't know. I don't know if I got him used or whatever, but let me just plug this in up here. But anyways, yeah, he didn't come with a gun, so he doesn't have his green gun, which I'm kind of bummed out about. But putting them side by side, you can see that he is a straight up repaint of Hardhead, with some, obviously subtle differences, which we'll get into when I bring out the G1 Quake. So yeah, as far as molding detail, it's pretty much the same all around. Quake has this part painted here, silver, whereas Hardhead doesn't. He has the Hardhead has the painted belt here with the yellow and the red and the silver, whereas Quake doesn't. Again, his gun is all gray plastic, and Hardhead has the all green plastic. They did change the color of the wheels. This one, Hardhead's red and Quake is blue. The hands are different colors. Quake has the some silver paint picked out on the lower arms, and you do get that Decepticon symbol, which is reminiscent of the G1 figure. And turning around, the canopy for the tank mode is a different color also. They have orange for Hardhead and the light blue for Quake. So yeah, there's just some subtle differences. For the most part, it's the same exact mold with a different head sculpt. So without further ado, let me put Titan's Return Quake down. And now for a lot of you, I didn't know, when this guy came out, I didn't know, what he was supposed to be, whether he was a new character or a new figure or whatever. But yeah, and this is G1 Quake. And this guy's really cool. I've had this guy for a while, and he does come with his Target Masters. The purple guy, this is Tip Top. Let me just put them down. Let me put G1 Quake down. This is Tip Top. His Target Master Tip Top, which is really cool. He's in purple with a little bit of kind of yellowish paint and some missiles on his shoulders. He has a red painted face and legs. So that's Tip Top. And also the other guy is Heater, which is mostly black. He's got some blue paint and again the red painted face with a little bit of red paint at the waist. So yeah, like I was saying, I did not know, when they did the repaint of Quake, of Hardhead rather, into Quake, I didn't know what they were referencing. And then later found out, hey, there was a G1 figure called Quake with the Target Masters. Now the Titan's Return didn't do the Target Master thing. They just did the Headmaster sort of thing. And speaking of, let's take off Chasm here and take a look at him. on, Quake, don't fall down on me. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at Chasm. And you can see, let me just bring in the G1. Actually, the head sculpt is it's really spot on. They did a really good job with that head sculpt. You get the yellow paint on the face, and I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard on the G1. Actually, I think my paint on the G1 is, the paint on the eyes is, I don't know if it's faded or, but you can see on the Titan Return, it is painted red. So yeah, really nice detail on that. Very good job, very good likeness. And he opens up, obviously, into, and this little guy is Chasm. And again, just, nothing kind of run of the mill. Just the gray plastic with the blue here. So yeah, nothing you guys haven't seen before. So I'll plug that guy back in there. And just for some comparisons, actually I'm going to take his gun off because it's kind of in the way here. So just for some comparisons, let me take this off too. And yeah, so this guy is Quake, and they did a really good job. A little bit darker blue on the Titan's Return figure. Again, the G1 obviously has the stickers and stuff. And actually these lightning Decepticon marks on his arms, you actually don't see those. You see them in the back. So that's what they sort of mimic there. And I really love how the on the Titan's Return, it's kind of askew. It's not like straight. It's kind of at a slant. So it kind of makes it fun looking. Kind of gives it more of like personality than just kind of a straight up sticker right in the middle. So that's what they were referencing there. And they did a really good job with the sort of maroon plastic on the lower half with the tank treads and everything. So yeah, so let me just, and you can, with the G1 figure, like the Target Masters, these do become his weapons. So this heater, you take out, it's really hard on mine. You take out that, and he becomes a weapon. And also, Tip Top becomes a weapon. And there's pegs on each of them at the top, so you can sort of mix and match. You can kind of put them on like that. And you can have him hold his weapons like that. Or you can take them off and put one in each hand. And so there is Tip Top and Heater for the G1 Quake figure. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that look better. Now there is one more. This is the turret for the tank mode for the G1 figure. So I will show you that. Okay, so here we are with Titan's Return Quake and G1 Quake in their tank modes. And just to take a quick look at the two, here is Titan's Return Quake in his tank mode. And he really is cool. I really love this mold. I loved Hardhead and I love Quake 2. I'm not usually one for kind of double dipping, as they say, kind of buying the same figure with a different paint job. I do have a few, but I'm not really that type. But I really, since I had the G1 Quake, I really wanted this guy. So, and so bringing in the G1 Quake, so you can see again what I was talking about with the Decepticon sticker. You do see it very plainly on the G1 figure on the turret, on the tank top there. And this G1 figure is if you don't have this guy, pick him up. He's really fun. He's really easy to transform. Comes with the 2 Target Masters. He's really a cool little figure. So again, they did a great job with the paint and also the plastic matching the colors with the gray and the maroon, the tank treads there. Really cool homage to the G1. And the main reason I was doing this video is because, yeah, like I'm not really up on my Transformers history like some people are. So when this guy came out, I really didn't know, what it was referencing or why they, excuse me, did a repaint of this guy. So just going back to the Target Masters here for G1 Quake, you can put that there, and you can, sorry, who's that guy? Purple Tip Top. and the black guy's heater. So you can kind of stack them and kind of put them different ways. You put it like that or like that. So there's a lot of playability with this figure too. So you can take that off. Or you can just have, obviously you can just have the one gun if you want. I kind of like just the black one, 'cause it fits with the turret here. And again, this piece comes off. There's a little peg hole right there, and the turret just plugs in. But also, this can also be used for his another gun up there, and it can also be used for another weapon in robot mode. So again, that just kind of plugs in there. And makes his turret for the tank mode. And also for the Titan's Return figure, you can plug his gun anywhere you'd like. You can plug it up there if you want. Actually, that's about the only place you can plug it in. Unless you want to take this part off. There's this little hole right here that it does plug in there, which is another look too. And as you all know, Chasm can fit in the cockpit of the tank, which is really cool. So yeah, this is Titan's Return Quake with Chasm, and G1 Quake, Decepticon Quake, with his Target Masters Tip Top. Let's get him back here, Tip Top, and Heater. Alright guys, thanks for watching. It's been Matt in Japan.